Previously, I've worked as an environmental lawyer. I've worked for a leading global environmental non-government organisation, and they do tremendous work. But ultimately, we're in an election year here in Australia, and climate change is where we need to be devoting our energy. Every single interaction we have with people about what the climate crisis could mean, but also I think the opportunities that the climate crisis can present in terms of transitioning into a clean energy economy are conversations that we have to have. You know, like every minute where the government is giving $10,000 in subsidies to the fossil fuel companies. $10,000 a minute. Meanwhile, they're not taxing the billionaires and they're sacrificing our futures. I am outdoor knocking on weekends with 12-year-olds. 12-year-olds who get the climate crisis and understand it better than the Barnaby Joyces in our parliament. 12-year-olds and 15-year-olds who are listening to the climate science and know that we need to act this decade, and that ultimately the decisions that are made in the next term of parliament are going to determine whether or not they have a future and their kids have a future, and whether they can travel to the Great Barrier Reef and see it before it's bleached.
We have got a real opportunity to kick Scott Morrison out, which is the only way we're going to get action on climate change. But by putting the Greens in balance of power, which we're only a few hundred votes away from, we can kick the Liberals out and then push the next government to get out of coal and gas. Like, we've got a Liberal Party that says the answer to COVID is to build a huge new gas pipeline with their gas-led recovery, and you've got a Labor Party that also wants to open up new coal and gas. By putting Greens in balance of power, we can say, hey, coal and gas have got to stay in the ground, because we're the only ones who are going to do that. We're the only ones not taking money from the big coal and gas corporations. But we're on the verge of doing something really exciting and changing the direction of this country, including by tackling the climate crisis.
Thank you for watching this part 1 in the 4-part series of Politics in the Pub. If you enjoyed the video, then please like it to help in the algorithm. Comment below with your thoughts on what we can do for climate change with this coming election, and make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to be notified for the next videos coming soon.